Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I am Muhammad Yasin. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School, Taif. This class is for the students of grade 9. We are going to do review exercise 2 today. We shall do some exercises of grammar. This is our 29th video in this class. After today's lesson, we shall be able to write a letter to sister thanking for gift. We shall do review exercise 2. We shall do some grammar exercises. Let us start from the letter. The layout of the letter is very common. You are very much familiar with that. First of all, we write the address. Usually we write here examination hall, city and date. Then here will be dear Roxana. Here will be your sister's name. Main content will be like this. I hope that you are in good health. I received your gift of a wristwatch on my birthday 2 days ago. It is a beautiful watch. I needed it badly too, as I happened to lose my watch in a mishap a few days ago. I promise that I shall take care of it. It will also help to make me punctual. I thank you again for this precious gift. Yours affectionately. Here will be your name. You can write XYZ also. Language is easy. You are very much familiar with all the words, all the sentences, all the sentence structures. Sentence structures are easy. I think there will be no problem for you to prepare it for the examination. Let us move forward. Yes, students, this is review exercise 2. In this exercise, we shall review things that we have studied from unit 5 to 8. This will be a brief review. You have done all these things. For example, here in comprehension section, the first question is, what do the daffodils represent in the poem? You have studied it. When you studied, you came to know the answer. I'll show you the answer once again. The poem is a tribute to nature and its manifestation in all its glory. Daffodils beautifully represent before us not only the attractive and exciting beauty of nature. What does daffodils represent? They not only represent the attractive and exciting beauty of nature, but also the purifying and enduring impact of it on human beings. Yes, students, this will be the answer of first question. What is second question? How has the poet heightened the impact of the poem by using the figurative language? Yes, students, the poet uses figurative language when he compares himself with wandering clouds, daffodils with crowd of people and stars, movement of daffodils with dance to heighten the impact of the poem on the reader. And dear students, you have done it. You might have taken the answer like this. I think you have prepared it. This is only to review. Let us move to the third question. What was the Quaid's concept of our nation? Quaid's concept of our nation. He made his concept of nation clear by saying, we are a nation with our own distinctive culture and civilization, language and literature, art and architecture, and some more things are mentioned here. You can read in detail. This will be the answer of our question number 3. Question number 4 is, how can we become a strong nation? We can become a strong nation if we start thinking beyond personal, local, lingual, ethnic, sectarian, or provincial identities and prejudices and follow our Qaid's golden motto, unity, faith and discipline. Dear students, what does it mean when we say we should not think personal interests? We should not think about our personal interest. We should think about our country's interest. We should not think about the local. We should not divide ourselves on the basis of area, on the basis of language, on the basis of our religion. No, it is not like this. We should not divide ourselves on the basis of province. We should feel for the whole nation. While being Pakistanis, we are a single nation. Yes, students, this was answer number 4 of question number 4. Let us move forward. Here is question number 5. What does love of our country demand from us? Yes, love of our country demands us to be united. Once again, we should think beyond personal, local, lingual. Here you can see repetition. But this repetition does not matter. I have told you before several times, when you will be writing this answer in your examination, you will be writing it once only. That is why there will be no repetition. Prepare it. You will get good marks for such type of answer if you could prepare it as a whole. Next question is, how does the interior of the mosque look? The interior of the mosque at the lower level is lined with ceramic tiles. At gallery level, the design becomes flamboyant, means very shining, with representation of flowers, fruit and cypresses. Meaning is given here. Upper level is adorned with blue paint. You can read the answer in detail. You have got it before also. Next question is, why was a separate royal room attached to the mosque? A separate royal room was attached to the mosque at the southeast corner for the Sultan to spend. Here should be spend. By mistake it is written T. To spend his most of the time alone. Next question is, why does the horse impatiently await the next move of his master? The horse impatiently awaits the next move of his master and shakes his harness bells, questioning the pause, because the horse does not find any reason to stay over there at such a difficult place. Difficult place means when there is nothing to eat for him. Yes, this is the answer for question number 8. Let us move forward. Dear students, we have done question answers. The exercise B is paraphrase the following lines. You have learned how to paraphrase a stanza. To paraphrase a stanza, you will change the sequence of words given in a verse in such a way that it remains a sentence, but changes the sequence. It will not remain a verse. When you will change the sequence of all the words and make sentences, it will become a paragraph. That is called prose also. That will be called paraphrase. Okay, for example, if we look here, whose words these are, I think I know. The writer is saying that he, first of all, here you will tell this poem is taken from, this stanza is taken from which poem. Write the name of the poem, write the name of the author, then you will change the sequence of the words to paraphrase it. You will say here, the writer says that he knows about the owner of the woods. He knows also where his house is, and he is saying that the owner will not come to know that he is staying there to watch his woods. If you write again, if the sentences are four, no problem. But there should not be a sequence as we find in verses of a poem. I think you have got the idea. Already you have got the idea. This is only to review. Yes, you will find vocabulary section in front of you. We are set to choose the correct option. Tree branches were covered with blanket. What is that, covered with blanket? This is metaphor. You know very well what is metaphor. Metaphor is when we declare one thing as the other. It is very near to simile. It is very near to simile. But there is difference. In simile we compare two things. In metaphor we compare two things. In simile we compare only, but we do not declare one thing as the other. For example, Ali is as brave as a lion. This is simile. But if I say Ali is a lion, then it will be metaphor. I shall repeat. Ali is as brave as a lion. We can say Ali is brave like a lion. This is simile. Because we are comparing Ali with lion, we are not declaring Ali as a lion. But if we say Ali is a lion, then that will be metaphor. Next is keep up your morale. What does it mean? Morale, self-esteem. Let us move forward. The floors are covered. What is antonym of covered? Exposed. The little birds are piping. Yet piping is in fact talk loudly. Yes. Better looks it. The meaning is very near to twittering. Okay. Choose the correct option here. There is the other exercise. The police dispersed the crowd. What is crowd? Crowd is collective noun. What is collective noun? That is a single word. It is used as a singular, but so many things are included in it. For example, crowd is singular, but when we say crowd, it means so many people. The dog sat. It will be beside. Wait unless I return. We use until also, but not till. Unless is better option. I heard a noise coming from behind the room. He spoke very loud. This very loud is manner. We watched him go. Dear students, this go is infinitive. This is called bare infinitive because there is not written to before it, but it is infinitive. He is fond of cooking. This cooking is gerund. Don't be confused. This is not present participle. Present participle is when the work is going on. Here nothing is going on. Cooking is used as gerund. It is made by adding ing to cook. This is used here as a noun. That is why we shall call it a gerund, not a present participle. Next is if you had studied hard, you would have. Would have will be written here because in if section there is written had. This is from third conditional. That is why we shall write here would have. The shoe is pressing on my toe. This is prepositional clause. Yes, on my toe. On is preposition and the whole will be called prepositional clause. In part number 10, the correct sentence is we are usually tired by the end of the day. Dear students, this is writing skill, and if you look at it very carefully, the writing skill exercise A and B both are same, As we did in our previous lesson, in review 1, these exercises 1 and 2 were given also. We have done these two in our previous lesson. I would like you go back and watch the previous video if you have not watched that. You will find the answer of these two exercises. Let us move forward. This is write an essay on a general subject. This is our habit. We are very much familiar to write an essay. When we write an essay, we take care of all these aspects which are mentioned here. Nothing new is here. You can read all of these once again. You will understand very well. Nothing is new here. This is oral communication, dear students. That is very important to learn a language. Unfortunately, we are not in our class. Otherwise, we do such type of activities in our class by making groups or individual students participate in such type of activities. For example, in first exercise, we are said to prepare a class presentation on various aspects of nature as described by the poem Daffodils. For example, if you take the topic beauty of nature, this Daffodils poem is representing the beauty of nature. You can add some pictures of nature, sceneries in this presentation to present in front of the class. That will be okay. To make presentation, charts are made also. You can prepare charts. If there is multimedia, you can use that to present the pictures. But you should have some idea what is here. If you look at question number 2 of this exercise, we are said to prepare a class presentation to discuss, do we follow the principles laid down by Quaid? Here you should know what are the principles. Mostly we are familiar with unity, faith, discipline. Explain it in your presentation. And then you can describe the current situation. And then after that, the effects of current situation. In current situation, probably you will show that we are not acting upon the principles of Quaidism. And then as a result, you can say that is why we are facing the situation very difficult that is for us as a nation, as a country, we are facing. And number 3 here is said prepare a presentation on Muslim architecture. Muslim architecture is found in mosque, Faisal Mosque, Badshahi Mosque and Blue Mosque. You take the pictures of such all these mosques, present them in your presentation. That will be the answer of this question. Question number 4 is discuss the imagery used in the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. What is imagery? First of all, you should know imagery is the figurative language that is used by the writer, and this is the quality of his writing. When a reader reads the writing, the reader feels himself in that scene, or at least that scene, that scenery comes in front of the eyes of the reader. That is the quality called imagery. You can discuss it in your presentation by presenting some pictures and some verses from the poem. By comparing them, by reading the verses, you can read 1 or 2 verses, show the picture related to that. After that, read 1-2 verses, then show the picture related to that. And then you can say all these verses are presenting images of nature. That is called imagery. Let us move forward. Here, dear students, we are going to do translation given at page 108. When we do 108 page translation, you will find interrogative sentences. In case of interrogative, here is mentioned, you will write had in the beginning. Here had, why in the beginning, had in the beginning, since in the beginning. These are used to change a sentence into question. This is exactly the exercise that we are going to do. It is given at page number 108. You can see here. क्या चांद शाम से चमक रहा था? Had the moon been shining since evening? क्या मियाँ दाद 3 घंटे से दौड़े बनाता रहा था? Had मियाँ दाद been making runs for 3 hours? क्या जहांगीर 1980 से स्क्वैश के मैच जीत रहा था? Had जहांगीर been winning squash match since 1980? Here you can write plural matches. तुम्हारा भाई कब से मेज़बानी करता रहा था? Since when had your brother been hosting? क्या तुम 2 दिन से बर्फबारी से लुत्फ़अंदोज़ होते रहे थे? Had you been enjoying snowfall for 2 days? क्या कुत्ता तुम्हें 5 मिनट तक काटता रहा था? Had the dog been biting? काटना to bite, it is given here also. Had the dog been biting you for 5 minutes? क्या ये डाकिया इस हल्के की चिट्ठियाँ 1983 से ला रहा था? हल्का, it is written here beat. Had this postman been bringing the letters of this beat since 1983? क्या उसका भाई 5 माह से इस दफ्तर में मुलाजमत नहीं कर रहा था? Had his brother not doing job in this office for 5 months? मजदूर कितने दिनों से कुआं खोद रहे थे? Since how many days the laborers were digging the well? ड्राइवर 3 दिन से कार कैसे चला रहा था? How had the driver been driving the car for 3 days? चपड़ासी कितनी देर से घंटी बजाता रहा था? Since how long the peon had been ringing the bell? वो कब से फल बेच रहा था? Since when had he been selling the fruit? क्या वो 9 बजे से सड़क के किनारे खड़ा था? Had he been standing on the side of the road since 9 o'clock? तुम्हारे घर पर बुध से पत्थर कौन फेंकता रहा था? Who had been throwing stones on your home since Wednesday? क्या तुम्हारा भाई 2 हफ्ते से तुम्हें नसीहत नहीं कर रहा था? Had your brother not been advising you for 2 weeks? Dear students, since for is used here also when the exact starting time of any activity is known. We use since, otherwise for. Let us move forward. In your next exercise that is given at page 109, you will find the model sentences. चिट्ठी डाक में डाल दी गई. You will find here past indefinite tense in passive voice. The letter was posted. घास काट ली गई. Grass was cut. You will find such type of sentences. Let us move to the exercise. शेर पिंजरे में डाल दिया गया. The lion was caged. दरवाज़ा बहुत दफ़ा खटखटाया गया. The door was knocked many times. चिट्ठी पर कम मालियत का टिकट लगाया गया. कम मालियत का टिकट लगाना to understamp. The letter was understamped. गर्म दूध पिया गया. Hot milk was drunk. लीडर को हार पहनाया गया. The leader was garlanded. काम वक्त से पहले मुकम्मल कर लिया गया. The work was completed before the time. बसंत के मौका पर पतंगें उड़ाई गईं. The kites were flown on the occasion of Basant. Basant will be Basant. जख्मी को वक्त पर मदद दी गई। द इंजर्ड पर्सन वाज हेल्प्ड ऑन टाइम। बच्चों में मिठाई तकसीम की गई। स्वीट्स वर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अमंग द चिल्ड्रन। उसको कामयाबी पर मुबारक दी गई। ही वॉज कंग्रेचुलेटेड ऑन हिज सक्सेस। अफसर का गर्मजोशी से इस्तकबाल किया गया। नंबर 3 वार्मली रिसीव्ड। ही वॉज रिसीव्ड वार्मली। ऊंटों पर बोझ लादा गया। बोझ लादना टू लोड। द कैमल्स वर लोडेड। घोड़े को लगाम दी गई। इट इज गिवन इन नंबर 6। द हॉर्स वॉज ब्राइडल्ड। जायदाद इज गिवन हेयर प्रॉपर्टी। सब भाइयों में तकसीम कर दी गई। द प्रॉपर्टी वॉज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड अमॉन्ग ऑल द ब्रदर्स। थाने पर हल्ला बोल दिया गया। हल्ला बोलना टू अटैक। द पुलिस स्टेशन वॉज अटैक्ड। Dear students, we are getting ready to do the next exercise that you will find on your page 110, and you will find such type of sentences. What is here? Translating negative sentence, we add not, and the third form of the verb as follows. In passive voice we use third form of the verb, and to make it negative we use not. You can see it here. नतीजे का ऐलान वक्त पर ना किया गया। The result was not announced on time. Let us move. Here you are mentioned. If we want to make interrogative sentence or question, take was and were before the subject. You can see here were is outside before the subject. Was it outside? Was is outside before the subject. This is done to change the sentence into a question. We shall do the same in our next exercise. Dear students, it is very important to read the sentences given before the exercise. So many sentences you find given before the sentence along with English translation. That is very important to get ready to do the next exercise. Okay, now we shall do the exercise. आम कैसे चोरी किए गए? How the mangoes were stolen. You can write here how were the mangoes stolen. कितने संतरे तोड़े गए? संतरा orange. How many oranges were picked? किस बैंक को लूटा गया? Which bank was looted? बंद कहाँ बांधा गया? Where was the embankment laid? कुत्ता रात को ना बांधा गया। The dog was not chained at night. नाश्ता वक्त पर ना किया गया। The breakfast was not served on time. दीवार ना गिराई गई। The wall was not dropped. कार में किसी को ना लाया गया। Nobody was brought in the car. बेचारे मरीज को टीका ना लगाया गया। The poor patient was not injected. क्या गरीब आदमी से नफरत की गई? Was the poor man hated? ये राज किसी को ना बताया गया। This secret was not told to anyone. जंगल से कोई दरख्त ना काटा गया। No tree was cut from the forest. Dear students, we have done 12 sentences. Let us move to the 13. Kofel. Kofel is lock. Kofel किस तरह तोड़ा गया? How was the lock broken? चाय इस वक्त क्यों बनाई गई? Why the tea was prepared at this time? मुर्दे को कहाँ दफन किया गया? मुर्दा is given at number 2. The dead. दफन करना to bury. Where the dead was buried. मुझे इतला ना दी गई। I was not informed. मुल्जिम को 2 साल की कैद ना दी गई। मुल्जिम is accused, not the criminal. Accused was imprisoned for 2 years. Number 5 is given here. To sentence is also the option for you to use. The accused was sentenced for 2 years. पटाखे कहाँ चलाए गए? Where were the crackers fired? रकम कैसे खो गई? How was the money lost? नया स्कूल कहाँ खोला गया? Where was the new school opened? उसे इस कदर क्यों पीटा गया? Why he was beaten so much? कातल को फांसी क्यों न दी गई? Why the murderer was not hanged? हाजी की तलाशी न ली गई। The pilgrim was not searched out. उस लड़के को माफ ना किया गया। That boy was not forgiven. बशीर को कॉलेज में दाखिल ना किया गया। Bashir was not admitted in the college. Dear students, in your homework you will do 3 grammar exercises in your notebook which we have done today. Along with that you will do all exercises of review 2. That is all from our today's lesson. See you later in a new lesson. Goodbye.